If you're anything like me, you may have come to feel a little burned by polling lately.
Polls are fake, just like everything else.
In the 2016 election, polls were blamed for not accurately forecasting results.
I think she's got about a 95% chance. Every piece of data points in that direction.
The problem in 2016 came down to methodology, especially in states like Ohio, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, which swung the election to Trump. National polls were quite accurate by historical standards, but there wasn't a lot of polling happening in these states in the final crucial days of the campaign. But there's also a problem in the way polling is reported and understood. One distinction is that polls estimate support of candidates before an election, while political forecasters calculate the chance that a candidate has of winning. People also don't always think logically about probability. If there's a 3-to-1 chance that your ex won't get married in the next year, that still means he could get married. It doesn't mean your odds were wrong. Not that you care. There's also a tendency when tracking a close, important race to kind of overlook the margin of error. The truth is, in a very close race where candidate A is polling at 49% versus candidate B at 45% with a 3-point margin of error, the election could easily swing in either candidate's way on election day. And I get it. That's not fun at all. But beware people who seem a little too certain of their ability to predict the future in close races.
She's going to win by more than 5 billion votes.
But here's how you can better understand what polling and forecasts can and can't tell you. First of all, you have national polls. This type of poll asks voters the same question all over the country, such as, how likely are you to vote in the midterms? So far, the number of people saying that they are certain to vote is way up compared to 2014. You also have something called the generic ballot, which asks people across the whole country, if the election for the U.S. House of Representatives were being held today, would you vote for the Democratic candidate or the Republican candidate in your congressional district? Democrats are leading the race in this type of polling, and it's a useful indicator of the state of the race. But it's far from the only way to figure out whether Democrats will take control of the House on election day. It turns out that only 16% of registered voters live in a truly competitive district, so it doesn't really matter what people have to say nationally. That's why the Post has been polling 69 specific battleground districts chosen for how competitive they are. The contest is closer in those districts, but the vast majority of them are held by Republicans, meaning Democrats are in a good position to flip the House. But it's a probability, not a certainty, and that means there's a 1 in 5 chance for the Republicans to keep the House and the Democrats to flip the Senate. Remember, you won't actually definitively know anything until Election Day, or election night, or the days after the election, when everything is finalized. Polls are useful. Polls are important, but like a delicate baby bird, they need to be handled with care.